Hi Leo, how are you doing? Welcome to your September 2020 reading. At the time of filming this, it is still currently Leo season, so you still have your energy present, but at the time that you're watching this, we'll probably be in Virgo season already. Let's see. A card dropped. Give me 1 second. The Lovers. Whoa, has this been a magical season that you would have just come through? The choices that you've made, a while ago that in turn, led you to make other choices that lead you to where you are now are all kind of at the forefront of your head. There's been a lot of... the Lovers is like the Gemini card, so a lot of mutability, a lot of moving around, a lot of shifting from one place to another. The King of Swords, Judgment. So, the King of Swords, I feel like you've moved into a position recently, or there may have been circumstances during your season where you've had to use your sword and kind of take a more authoritative role from a... you already take an authoritative role in your life, but this is taking an authoritative role from a different angle in your life. And I feel like in recent past, that transition into dealing with people dealing with authority or cultivating your authority in a more, let's say, stern way, not as warm way, was kind of bred out of necessity due to the circumstances that were out of your control. So this is what you're just recently moving out of. And then Leo season came and lit it all up. The Hanged Man. The Hanged Man, also in partnership with Judgment, is speaking to the karmic process and the reality that is we as humans are only in a make-believe position of control. No matter how much we try to will something or make it work, sometimes things are about timing. And sometimes we need to wait for those karmic cycles to come around for us to reap those seeds that we sow, and to have new doors be presented to us. So it's important to understand that during this time, as these doors are opening, not to be resentful from the place that you've been in, and instead be just viciously aware of this very romantic space that you're in currently. There feels, Venus just moved into Cancer from Gemini, and that has collectively just brought a fog that's covering our view of our perception of the construct right now. things appear much more spiky, I feel, than they actually are right now. And that's the seen and the unseen. So we're definitely talking about, your emotional states, your mental spaces, and all of that as well. And to have that energy present and, you know, pumping like throughout you, like a river. Like I'm just in my head seeing like a lot of river systems, like all just rushing into each other. This energy is very active and has been very active during a time where the sun is in your sign. So it's like this duality going on. But now that Venus is kind of leveled off and is not in the transitional period anymore, I feel like it's getting easier for you to find your footing. So it's just important now to just remain balanced and aware of your actual circumstances. Let's see. Oh, the Temperance came out earlier too. The Temperance I love because this is about balancing all of these things that you've been feeling, and allowing them to take up some room but not consume you. Because the fact of the matter is if this is the energy that's going on and that you're feeling, you can't really, there's no way to coerce your way out of it other than allowing it to play out. Because like I said, at least this Venus and Cancer energy it's been like a collective fog. So very important to temper yourself and allow yourself to just be and to process the information and to let it just in the Temperance card, that water is flowing from cup to cup. You're just letting this energy flow. You're not letting it get stagnant within you and then breed, bad things. Bottom of the deck right now is the World too. I think that's important to note. I feel like you're stepping into in September a completely new territory that you've never been in before. And it's important that you get rest for that because, again, it's something you've never been exposed to before, and it's something that you deeply want. This is, again, something karmic that has come back around and presented itself to you, and now it's in your hands, and it's important that you are level-headed and well-rested and in the right space to tread forward in these times, because success is the name of the game. Success is what Leo is all about, and doing it gracefully is what you're so good at. And the energy wants you to win. So the only thing that would be getting in your way potentially this month would be you. One second, another card fell. Knight of Wands. So, come the end of the month, communication picks up, and you start to see this opportunity, this karmic blessing start to congeal and take form in your life. You're starting to see how those pieces are coming together. You're starting to settle into this new space that you're in, which is a beautiful thing. And I think that your awareness of the space that you're in and that you're entering in September is the key that unlocks this Six of Wands feeling, excuse me, the Six of Wands feeling within you. Because you realize that all the success that you're experiencing is a feeling that you so regularly resonate with internally all the time. And so it feels really nice to have that now reflect back in your external. Your sense of self, your sense of value is expanding and growing into a place that I feel that you've wanted it to be at, and that you have always kind of held in your head again that you are this, but now your physical circumstances are starting to reflect that to you. So it's making it a lot easier for yourself to believe, which in turn only makes you that much more powerful in attracting more to yourself. So this really is a major upswing for you, Leo. Bottom of the deck is the Magician. You really do have um, that energy to create whatever it is that you want at your fingertips. You know, Mercury is in your sign as well right now, and sorry about that. With Mercury being in your sign as well, what I was saying is, you know, the Knight of Wands closing out this reading and being aware of that Mercury transit right now. There is a lot of active static energy at your disposal, and the channels of communicating your ideas and your feelings and your, you know, creative sparks, whatever it is that, you know, is this Magician energy that's running through you. The channels are there to support you and to carry those ideas out and to communicate with the people that you need to communicate with um, to pull you further into the doors that you're stepping into, to open up new doors. Obviously, you know, with the King of Swords, it's important to use that sword to decipher what opportunities are good for you and which ones are iffy. You know, that definitely is something you need to be aware of, but I think that's something that you know, your cat-like instincts, they don't let you miss any of this. I think you peep a good amount of the stuff that goes on in your life before it happens. It it's just what you do with that foreknowledge that dictates the growth, if that makes sense. Like the level of maturity, the stage of your maturity that you're at currently. Listen, life is a journey. We're constantly growing and learning and maturing. So wherever you're at on your journey, on your path, know that there is no right or wrong. There is no need to rush to get to a certain way. So when I'm bringing this up, it's not meant to be derogatory at all. The King of Swords is very much just a reminder to you to trust your killer instincts. You know, cats have that primal thing down, you know, like you guys have it. It's not all just like glitz and glam on the outside. You guys can show your teeth when you need to. So the King of Swords is there as well to remind you of that. And yeah, Virgo season is one that brings the energy for you to put into action everything you need to these initial stages of this new chapter that you're in. It frees you of the mental and emotional burdens and allows you to, if you do it correctly, if you rest and you temper yourself correctly, you can rid yourself of anything that would be holding you back from hitting the ground running to cultivate and to multiply and to utilize this, Mercury energy while you still have it to connect and to set yourself up nicely in this new phase. This really is the start of a new chapter. I know I've said that a few times, but it's true. The World card, even though it wasn't a card that came out, and it's not. Oh well, I just picked up some cards, and the Wheel of Fortune came out, which I associate with the World too. So we'll go with that. You have the world at your fingertips, and it's a beautiful thing. It's a light energy after a time of feeling not stuck, but feeling like you were preparing. And now you finally get to see what it is that you've been preparing for. And that's always the most beautiful thing, because sometimes we don't know what we're preparing for when we're preparing for it. And so when that is revealed to you in the end, and you get to see those pieces all click together like I just saw a video the other day on Twitter of, oh goodness, like bricklayers that had laid bricks, like stood them all up, kind of like dominoes, like how you would stack up dominoes over like a long wall. Like this guy was filming it, and he was running alongside the bricks, because what they did is, like you do with dominoes, you toss one down and it is a chain reaction, and he's running and following all of these bricks, in perfect timed order, falling, and they're, laying kind of on top of each other because of the way that they're all stacked. And then once the last brick collapsed over on the other end, all the other ones snap into place and they all lay flat. And the guy runs back and follows all the bricks, then, falling, laying flat and flush on the surface. And it was the most like satisfying thing to watch. And that's the image that I'm getting in my head when I think of this. You get to see in like in the flip of a switch why it took so much time to get all those bricks laid up like that. So hard work pays off. Believe in that. I love you so much, Leo. I hope September is amazing and a month full of connection and soaking in that afterglow of your season. I love you.